Well, good morning YouTube, and I thought today would be a great day to film a little update video and all the cars. Well, not all the cars, but two Acuras that are in the driveway, and just to show you where they're at because I really haven't done that in a while. So here we go. So first up is the RSX. Currently it looks like this because I've just been fiddling around with a bunch of stuff. I've taken out the radiator once again, and I was actually just trying to bleed the clutch, which was taking a while. And I've connected the whole wiring harness and most of it's what I thought I needed to start this car. I put a battery in, and currently I'm just not getting any power to the chassis at all. I really haven't really looked into it past that. So to be honest, I still gotta to be honest, I still gotta get a tester, I guess, of some sort to just check what's really going on. Because I also have, or I also got I got an AEM ECU series 1 or 2, and I just want to check if, to be honest, if the ECU is bricked or what's going on, because yeah, not getting any power to the chassis at all. Otherwise, from that, in terms of this build, it's coming along. To be honest, it's probably like 1 or 2 good days away. But as you can see on the car, it's snowing, and I'm Jamaican. I really don't like the cold, so I don't usually try to work out here when it's really cold. To be honest, it kind of stresses me out. But this car, the bumper is inside. I'm gonna throw up a picture right here to show you what the car looks like, kind of completed. I also changed the wheels around because I also got a bunch of wheels that I was just testing, like basically some type S wheels, and then I didn't really like those, so I opted to get some TL 17s, and which were kind of my dream wheels, the 5-spoke TL 17s. And well, not really dream wheels, but those are the wheels I always kind of envisioned myself putting on this car. And that's kind of like, oh, other than that, the only other thing left to do engine wise, other than put everything back together, is my exhaust. For some reason, I just cannot get the long tube headers to fit back there. I think I might have to pull the motor again, to be honest. I really don't know how I'm gonna get it to fit there. I've tried squeezing it, wedging it in many ways, and it just has not worked out. I kind of started OEM plussing this, like the engine and the bay, but as you can see, there's a lot of things around it that kind of aren't. I just want to get it started. Then once it's started, I'll replace the smaller things, because it's just a bunch of minor things like that can be sandblasted and powder coated. The steering rod, or steering arm, anything down there can be, like, again, blasted, I guess, just kind of cleaned up. Currently I am waiting on some new shocks, because I'm just going with shocks and lowering springs just to start out. I don't want to slam this thing yet, and I heard these things have terrible bump steer once you slam them, so to be honest, I might just try and get a good fitment on the lowering spring and shocks and just live with it. And let's see, what else do I have to say? This thing, for some reason, I just can't get this thing to stay in, so I'm gonna try and see how much the new trim costs, because no idea. And okay, so now that the street plow has now gone, and you can see that they're dropping like a good amount of salt on the sidewalk, which means that it might be freezing rain or just a shit ton of snow. So that's just something for me to watch out for. Let me just show you guys a picture of the TL wheels I got. I actually redid them myself. To be honest, I didn't really want to share a video or anything, because they did come out really nice. There's no scratches, curb damage on them. I kind of sanded them down a little bit and then just resprayed them with and they have a really nice finish on them. They're kind of matte when it's not in here, but once there's some light on it, it's pretty shiny. So yeah, those are the wheels that are going on. The bumper is just kind of sitting over here with the rest of some of the body parts that are for this car, which need to go out and get painted. So these Porsche wheels, if you're looking at them, these are just, I don't even know what to call it. I got them for a good deal, and I really don't know what I'm going to do with them. At first, I kind of want to put them on my E36, but yeah, I just don't know what to do with them. To be honest, I like my Style 32s a lot, and yeah, maybe they'll go on one of these cars or something. I'll just try something. But this thing now. So this car, I'd say exterior wise is almost complete. Other than the body, obviously the obvious the front lip, side skirts, wing, and the rear spats. The hood is also sitting up there. I just put the carbon hood on for now because this one's also, the carbon hood's a bit damaged though, so it's not really like a show hood or anything. So regular B18Bs, automatic stock. The car runs and drives now. It didn't run and drive. I put a new fuel pump harness in there, but to be honest, it was just a ground cable that was bad. So I'm gonna remove some of the harness and stick a new ground cable back in there, or just reconnect the ground cable, and then just clean up some of the wiring, just basically removing some of the wiring. In this, the bay, I re-welded in the new structural pieces, and they look really good. On that side as well, like you can barely tell that this car was hit. Basically, just together, this car is drivable. As of my last two videos, brand new suspension bushings all around, brand new hubs, brand new suspension bushings, brand new, like every suspension bushing Energy Suspension had to offer, brand new what's brand new under here, brand new upper A arm in this one, brand new lower arms, brand new lower arms with Energy Suspension bushings pushed in. What else is here? The only thing not changed on the front is the brake rotors, the shocks, and because the shocks are skunk two coilovers in the front. The brakes, shocks, and tie rods are the only things that are not changed in the front. In the rear, although they look really rusty now because of the rain, these are actually RSX rear rotors and the rear caliper. To be honest, the rotors front and back are the same size now, but I just wanted to give them an upgrade because at some point I probably will be putting Brembos on it. That's why this car is on 17, so Brembos will be on next. Brand new trailing arm bushing. The Tokico shocks have been refreshed in the rear. I prefer the Tokico shock in the rear versus the coilover in the rear because the Tokicos because there's less weight in the back, so the Tokicos kind of help a lot and have a longer shock travel, so they help with the bounciness. Let's see what else did this back here. That's new, brand new rear arms. The rear subframe brace and brand new arms in the back right here. And then have the rear deck lid installed with brand new speakers and an amplifier installed back there, and lots of stuff. I just put the Integra seat back in because I wasn't finished with the brackets for the driver's side seat. But this car, this is the biggest problem in this car now. The reason the interior is not really back together is because I just have to remove some of the wiring and add a few more wires. So I'll be removing most of the fuel pump harness that I made and just figuring out how to make the stock one work because I don't have a fuel pump reading without that stock harness working. So that's kind of like that's main priority. Next, I have a alarm, not really an alarm, but like a keyless entry system to install. So I'm trying to clean up the wiring, and I'm not trying to chop up a bunch of wiring under my dash. So I'm trying to make that as clean as possible. And the subs have to be wired, and also the Starlight roof has to be also wired in as well. I will be just making another I'll be making a video of me installing everything, including the roof and most of this interior next. I've already have most of the footage for the roof. I just gotta like finish most of the interior, and then it'll be good. But rear GSR seats, entire interior is black, so this car's gonna look really good. I mean, that's a piss off, and that's gonna get swapped at some point. But the reason I haven't swapped that is because this car might get a K-swap, so I just don't know what direction I'm gonna go engine-wise yet. So after I figure that out, then I'll get that. Then I'll get into that swap. Other than that, to be honest, there's really not much more in terms of what else is done to the cars. I've been just working and just getting things together again. It's now making another list and gathering some more parts that I need, and just kind of just getting stuff accomplished at this point. Probably, I'm hoping that before the end of this month, I will have both of these cars. So probably not the body of the Integra fully complete, but it should be fully running, and the interior should be one piece or fully together. And I want the RSX to be fully operational. So wish me luck, and thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for another video. Thank you.